Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Around midnight of 27th of May, Moon will make its move out of the sign of Pisces. It will cross the Revati Gandanta and will enter Aries zodiac sign. It will enter the ASHWINI NAKSHATRA and will encounter Venus, which is already in ASHWINI NAKSHATRA. And therefore, Moon-Venus-Rahu conjunction will be formed in this zodiac sign. Moon transit into Aries marks another beginning of a 12 zodiac cycle, and this time Moon will encounter the forces of Maya. The desire will now reign supreme, and until Moon goes to Taurus and gets exalted, this feeling of aspiration, desire, ambition is going to only increase, and that is exactly what you need to watch out for. That if your desires are increasing, what is the basis of that? What is the reason of that? When Moon will be in a fire zodiac sign, the role of Mars will also be very, very important. Mars is with Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. So therefore, Mars will be 12th from the Moon, and therefore, a logical thinking on the grounds of karma and the results, consequences of the karma is going to be the right way to proceed. Aspirations are not bad, desires are not bad, trying to get material success is also not bad. But when this feeling sits on the head and drives our life is when we lose control of our own life. And that is exactly what can happen in these couple of days. A sharp comment by someone, a feeling of competition, a feeling of comparing yourself with somebody else can trigger an emotional response that will end up only in suffering, because when Venus and Rahu are together, this is the force of Maya, and mind is going to perceive that Maya, it is going to watch that Maya, it is going to feel that Maya. A sudden need to expand your horizon may arise in this time, and it is absolutely okay if you know how to expand. Mars is in the 12th house in the sign of Pisces along with Jupiter, which also means that it is more of a philosophical transit. And what can happen on a negative side? Well, it first gives you the impression that you are inferior, then will make you believe that you need more than what you already have. And if you do not have resources to fulfill that demand, this is going to create inferiority complex. This is going to make you think a lot. You will desperately try to figure out a way by which you will be able to achieve that thing, at least in your head. And when you will see that the roads are blocked, you will slip into sadness, disappointment, and this can happen with tiniest of emotion that will act like a seed of thought, which will grow into a very negative tree in the future. Venus and Rahu combined energies also can impact personal life and marriage. There can be unnecessary distractions that can take you away from a very honest relation. Try to respect somebody who is honest to you, who is humble to you, who is doing things for you. Try to be more appreciative, irrespective of whatever zodiac you are in. With respect to Aries, Moon will rule the 4th house, so you have to also be appreciative towards mothers. Not only your mother, but also Mother Earth. Because when you are more appreciative towards the feminine side, which is the utmost expression, the expression of motherhood, you are raising the vibrations of Venus on a very positive scale. Remember, the subconscious of the Moon is actually in the hands of Jupiter, and that is where the saving grace is. Jupiter also aspects the sign of Cancer, and therefore Moon will feel comfortable. What you have to do is just do not get guided by the illusions and try to differentiate between what is shadow and what is reality. Luxury is okay, but in order to achieve that luxury, if you are compromising on necessities, then that is a big problem anyone will face in their life. This is the time when you must See your horizon and expand accordingly. When moon goes in Aries zodiac sign, the impact of Ketu will be very high because Ashwini Nakshatra is ruled by Ketu. Ketu is in 7th from Chandra, which means it can impact marriage in a negative way. The moment moon enters the zodiac sign of Aries, it will get a very sharp aspect of Saturn. So definitely 27th may be a day where you will feel highly irritated, you will feel frustrated, especially if you have a negative moon in your chart or a negative or a weak Mars in your chart. And if you have a very strong Mars, if you have a very strong moon, you might suddenly feel elated and you will see your problems. The problems which might be on a scale of 1 to 10 is just 2, you will start perceiving it to a level of 6. And because of the sudden inflation of your own problems, the inflation of perception might bring in some inflated response for which you will have to be very, very careful, because an inflated response will give not so good results. So let the mind wander, let the mind run. See, Venus and Rahu is also very creative. So if you let the mind wander, it will give you creative ideas. It will create multiple type of assumptions and pictures in your head. And that is good. What's wrong in it? It's only wrong when you are getting affected by it. Rather, you can use this time to find creative and interesting solutions, the out-of-the-box solutions for problems that you are in right now. When moon is transiting over Rahu and moon has crossed over Venus, the creativity of Venus is being carried to Rahu, and therefore this is a very good time for people who are in media industry, people who are public speakers, because their words will be propagated, their emotions will be propagated through the mediums of Rahu. But beware on one fact, because if emotions are propagated, if you have no control on your emotions, then you might also put yourself into problems. It's all about how you handle the energy, how you handle your emotions, and how can you be more and more practical. Remember, Saturn has third aspect on moon always, especially for the first 3 degrees. Saturn will be continuously aspecting Chandra, and therefore there will be a war between what you want and what is your expectation and what you actually need in life right now. So the good thing will be to focus only on necessities and find creative solutions to fulfill your necessities. Let the desire come, because desire is what keeps us alive. It is the first house of astrology. Let the desire come. Don't kill your desire, but then see the right timeline to fulfill the desire. That is also one fact. Desires are okay. I also want a Mercedes car. But if I burn my health right now just because I have a desire, the question is, a sick man driving a Mercedes Benz makes no sense. So in this way, you must understand the importance of karma in your life. This moon, Venus and Rahu can also give you triggers where you will be able to find creative boost in your career. So interior designers, artists, and people who are connected to web designing, graphic designing will see great boost, and freelancers will see this as a boom. And if you pitch in properly, if you put yourself into that business, if you're already doing that, you will see that you will get a good boost in your career also. Financially, this is a very good transit. It's because also of the fact that second and fourth lord, which is Venus and moon, are connected in a fire zodiac sign. So this will create assets, this will create wealth. But because Mars, which is the 8th lord from the moon, is in the 12th house, your investment can also turn into expense. So be very careful, because it can actually be a no win, no loss situation. You are getting some losses, you are investing money, recover the loss, and you are at ground zero. If you invest too much, it can convert into heavy losses. So be very, very careful. Intelligent investment is necessary in this time frame. If you're planning for a travel, there may be extra expenses, so just take that into consideration. And if you are having any issues with your health, try drinking water, stay hydrated, and chant to Lakshmi Kuber mantra. That will help you a lot, especially if you are in financial distress. Overall, if I see, this is a very good and creative transit. Rahu, we always say Rahu is negative, but Rahu is the force that can pull anyone out from any situation. So it's like he's the one who is putting you into problem, but you can only use him to get out of the problem. It's like swimming in river or a pond. You are in water, the same water can drown you, but if you use that water right in the right manner, obeying the laws of physics, the same water will help you propagate out of it. That is Rahu. Rahu is the cosmic water. So in that case, if you use Rahu in a positive direction, you will move ahead much faster than anticipated. So use that powers, use it creatively, use it wisely. And with respect to family and relations, be careful what you speak and what you express. Do not hurt anybody's feeling, and always weigh your words and your action from its consequences. So that was a brief take on the moon transit in the sign of Aries. Please let me know your comments in the comment section below. Also, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified. Follow my Telegram channel where I upload all the links, and my Instagram and Facebook, the link for which is in the description box below. For consultations, please drop me an email. Consultation opens in the first week of June. We'll connect you again in the next video. Till then, namaste.